Where he catches the biggest bass.
There we go. There we go. I gotta get to the scene, oh, I gotta get to the bag now. I can't be chasing on these. They getting, they feeling it drag down. That's why they just crash out. Stuck in the selling this man down. Like getting going in the fast now.
You missed it.
I done seen these crash out. They some baby boys. I'm the man now. They was questioning, make them fans now. I'm the best in my league. There we go. Understand now. Got plans now. Got big dreams now.
There we go. Here's one of the Wacky Rigs.
Alright guys, so in today's video we went to Bass Pro Shops. We got there, our audio on our camera decided to stop working. So what we're going to do, we're just going to talk through it. I'm going to tell you all what we did all the way up until the fishing. So we walk through the front door, go inside. Leo and them are sitting there gracefully waiting for me. They're going to pay for all of my stuff today because I'm the greatest dad in the world and you know, just kidding. Leo absolutely loves the zoo, so whenever the zoo's closed, Bass Pro Shops is our next best bet. So, look how happy he is. Look at that smiling face. Alright, so at this point, I don't know if the camera's not working, but I'm just telling you all that we came into Bass Pro Shops today to buy some tungsten flipping weights. Literally every person that has ever seen some of the ponds that I fish tells me that I need to flip these ponds in the summertime. And today, I'm finally taking my next step in my fishing journey, I guess you'd say, and I'm going to flip some of these ponds today. I'm going to flip some grass. Like I say, we love the Bass Pro Shops. Leo was super excited about these shots of the fish in the fish tank. We might even take some pictures next time and print some pictures of fish out. So we get to the tungsten aisle. Tungsten ain't cheap, first of all, but Bass Pro has the cheapest tungsten on the shelves, and I feel like it's all the same, so I might as well buy the Bass Pro branded stuff. Giving it all to Leo. Leo is putting it in the basket for me because he has to be the helper nowadays, which I love. We've got 3/4 ounce, an ounce, and another size I can't remember. I think 1.25 ounces. And then we also went over to the Nico Rig hooks, and I got some Nico Rig stuff. So in today's video, what I'm going to try to do is only use different things. So I've caught one fish flipping, but I wasn't flipping to add it to my arsenal. I was just doing it to try it, to say I've done it. So today I'm doing it to hopefully have a new combo that I can dedicate to flipping. Same thing with the Nico Rig. I'm taking the Nico Rig out today just to throw it and hopefully say I have another technique. We got a new reel today, a Revo SX Rocket 9:1:1 gear ratio along with 25-pound test fluoro. And here's us pulling up, getting ready to go, and here we are in the water.
All right, boys, let's go do something different. We're challenging ourselves today. We got probably about 3 hours or so to figure out, well, not necessarily figure out, but learn something new. You know, figure out something about this flipping deal. I see people do it all the time, and now that I, you know, pay more attention, I feel like I've mastered the pond level of fishing. I'm pretty confident. It might take me a couple days for some ponds, but I'm pretty confident in like my pond fishing ability. I can get it done. But now I'm getting to the point where they can't hide from me. They can't go back in that grass and hide from me. Oh, is that wet? Dang it. That sure is wet. That's probably not ideal. Let's get that filled up with water and have that plugged in. So I took that 25-pound braid that I have, and I tied about 6 or 7 overhand knots above my weight. And that's gonna be my peg for the day. And it slides freely too, so like I can push it down if I wanna have a little bit of a space. So that's gonna be my rig for the day. Also, I stole this trolling motor and put it on my other kayak for a while because I was trying to wait to show y'all this one, but weight's kinda over now, I guess. And this isn't gonna be like the official, you know, first fishing video because I have 2 graphs, as you can see, the crossbar, everything. I mean, I got this thing loaded out, live scope and everything. So this isn't gonna be like the first official video on it, but I had to take it out because it sat in my truck bed all week last week and I wasn't able to get on it. But I'll say all that to say I stole the trolling motor off of this one because the trolling motor on my other autopilot wouldn't turn left or right for whatever reason. So I stole it, put it on here. I hit a stump out here a couple days ago and I messed this one up. So I have one that won't turn, and then this one, I don't know what's wrong. I bent my shear pin pretty bad that spins the prop. So it's gonna be interesting. See, I guess I'll just start off with the close stuff. And how close can I get also? I gotta get my mechanics down, jeez. Maybe that's good. That's gonna be interesting today. I like this because I feel like I suck at it, so like sometimes new techniques feel like I'm having to relearn fishing. I've never been able to figure out how to hold it in my hand either. I'm always scared I'm gonna catch the hook. That's one thing I've never been able to do. And now people are like, phew. I just feel like it's the same whether I hold it or not. And I know there's a certain way that you can hold the hook and like it's not gonna get you, but I feel like it's an unnecessary risk because eventually I'm just gonna grab it and I'm gonna go to fling it out there and I'm just gonna catch my finger. See, I don't even know if I'm breaking through that. I might need to go up in my weight size. That's why we got a whole bunch of them. So I know it's important, like I want to flip like the edge of this, and then I want to flip like the outside layer and then like the middle layer before the grass gets thick, and then get a couple back there in the thick stuff. I don't think my weight's big enough to get like way back in there, but if I get quiet, it's because I'm trying to learn. So that's not gonna work. See, there's a big blow up back there. I just heard it. And I don't see, you won't be able to see anything. There'll be no ripples, you just hear the blow up. Oh, that was a bite. I got bit right there, see? That was a bite. Okay. I pulled and it pulled back. Yeah, that's probably pretty safe having a 3/4 ounce tungsten weight fly back at you like that. It's probably the safest way to do that. And go right back there. And see, right here is where I heard that eat at. So we got ate by whatever was right there. So that gives me hope. So when we were coming down, I heard a little commotion right there, and then something tried to take it. A couple casts with a Wacky Rig. Oh. So the one cool thing about this, it really doesn't, it's time consuming because there's so many places to flip, but it really doesn't take that much time because it's like one pitch here, pop it. Ooh, I think I got wrapped around something. You pop it a couple times, and if it doesn't get ate, then on to the next. So this is a 3/4 ounce weight. I feel like I probably would have been all right with going with the bigger one. I probably could have got away with an ounce, maybe even 1.25 ounces. There we go. This is our first one. This is our first flip fish. Or actually, this is the second ever flip fish we've ever caught. And look at that one. That one is not a bad one at all. Look at that. And it's so cool because it's just a straight reaction bite. Golly, that's sick. Yeah. Look, there's our little barber stop out of 25-pound test flora. Look at that. That's not a bad one at all. Awesome. Look at that hook. That's such a beefy hook. Cool. Awesome. Sweet. Look, I mean, we really didn't even disturb that area at all. Like, we could probably go back over there and catch another one. Or we are going to go back over there. I don't know if we're going to catch another one, but we're going to try. See, there's more blowing up in there. God, that's so sick. I think I just fell in love. Now, I got bit by the crappie bug for a couple weeks. I don't know if we're going to be able to use that plastic again. I got bit by the crappie bug for about a month. And it hasn't necessarily left my system, it's just gotten hot. And I'm scared to go and not catch any. But this, I feel like I just got bit by that bug. Like, this is going to be something I bring out every time I come out here. Might need to put another one of these on. Let's see. Dude, that was sick. And the crazy thing is, I didn't cast in that exact area with the Wacky Rig, but I made a couple casts in there, and that was a good fish. Like, that was a 2.5. I don't know if he'd go 3, but he was definitely 2. I don't think there's any argument with that. And it's a straight reaction bite. So, like, if I didn't spook any of the fish that are over here, if there's more, like, I could potentially catch more. And that it's like a change in the mat. So, like, this is all just kind of grass right here, and then there's some, I don't know, like clover, algae. I don't know what you technically call it, but. Oh, did you hear that? See, there's a big blow up back there. This is so rewarding because I've been fishing out here. This is what, year 3, I want to say, that I've been fishing out here. And I mean, after a certain point, it's like you kind of start to know the areas where it's like, okay, I can kind of expect to get bit in here. Also, I will say this pond fish is different every time you come out here, but there's some things that are constant, as with any pond, you know. In the winter, you're probably not going to get bit on top water, but you can throw a jig up against the grass, you know, drag it out 5-10 feet, and they're probably going to eat it. But like this is like a whole new world. And then I'm throwing new lures too. Like, I got the Nico rig stuff. So here's a, I think that's a bite. Whoa, that came back quick. I got the Nico rig stuff. I got the Wacky Rig going on today. So it's just like, I just entered a whole new world. There's one. Oh, I missed him. I was too slow. One ate it right there too. That was another one for sure. My line was running, I still had slack in it, so I really didn't feel him when he ate it. I'm curious to see how it is like with the follow-up cast. Should I have cast a Wacky Rig back in there, or when I snatched it, will that scare him, or is he in there looking for it? You know, you can get it back in there within 2 seconds or so. Or is it best just to, you know, kind of just drop it back in even if the cast is ugly, or it might make a bad entrance into the water? It's all learning. Yeah, but that was one I definitely missed right there. So we got 3 bites, and I mean, we haven't fished, but the boat ramp is literally right there. So I don't know, at the speed we're going, it's already 6:47. It's going to get dark here in about an hour, so I don't know if we're going to have time to even go around the whole thing. But all of my bites have come like in the grass, but on the edge of the grass. But also I haven't made too many. I don't think my weight's really heavy enough to flip all the way back there. But periodically I'm doing that. But you never know. Oh, there we go. Oh. I wasn't even ready. I was about to make another cast over here. Oh, there we go. That's number 2. Flipping. Sweet. He held on to it for a long time. That's a testament to the power bait. As I was looking over here, there's a whole bunch of holes in the grass. That was another one right here on the edge. So, I mean, that makes 4 bites already. There we go. Not as big as the first one, but still a fish. Cool. We just got to find a big one. If we find a big one, I'm excited to see what that feels like. And I think we got the gear part down. I think I hit the nail on the head first try. 25-pound braid. I feel confident with it. I mean, it's not frayed or anything. I feel like I might need to retie a little bit more than usual. But we're just fishing grass. So it's not like, you know, there's any brush or anything. The grass is thick, but I don't think it's as abrasive as wood would be. I feel like we have a good lure. And then the only thing that we're really missing is bobber stops. But since we don't have them, we're working with what we got. And it's working. I haven't had to pull it down except for when we catch fish or have a miss hook set. So. Alright, we're missing a pincher. This water's kind of dark, and when I first made my first few casts, I was kind of second guessing tying on the one that I did. These look good too, the green color. But, you know, we've gotten 4 bites in this little stretch, so I feel like we should switch. Also, this is still the maiden voyage in the sky. Well, it's my maiden voyage. My dad has went out in it. But for my maiden voyage, doing something totally new. And catching fish, it's one of the best feelings in the world, trying out a new bait, new lure, new place, and actually being able to catch them. And that fluoro trick worked pretty well too. Man, I just pray we can find a big one. I mean, if we can catch a 9 out here, which I feel like this is where the big ones are going to be at, but... in this pocket, I could probably call my bite for the next little stretch of bank. See, there's movement right here. Might not be good. Alright, I'm gonna keep casting this around, but I'm gonna change my worm color. I feel like black and blue or June bug normally works for me better in here. Black and blue is definitely a better color choice for this water clarity. That little tool is so genius because you don't put the hook through the weight, you put the hook through the ring that goes on the weight. So the worm never even gets, the only thing that gets touched by the worm is the fish. I think that's part of the power in fishing with people. Like I learned that from Brett Chapman. I know it's a popular thing, but I had just never seen it before. And then like the flipping stuff, I was able to ask a whole bunch of questions this past week at Smith to the best fishermen in the world while I'm out filming. So it's like, being able to pick, I mean, not everybody, you know, professional fishermen aren't probably the easiest people to access, but there's somebody in your area that's better than you at fishing. I feel like it's just important to find somebody that, you know, fishes a different lake than you do, or, you know, does things differently than you do, just to be a more well-rounded fisherman. Because I've caught 4 fish, or caught two, but had 4 bites today on a technique that's totally new to me. I've tried it one time. But I mean, I was trying it just to try it. But now, like, I'm trying it to add to my arsenal. But this Wacky Rig ain't doing it. It's crazy, see? It's crazy how the Wacky Rig, I've went down more bank than I have flipping with the Wacky Rig, and I've had 1 bite, and I didn't land it. I didn't even set the hook on it. But it just goes to show, like, how funky these fish can be in the summer heat. And this is probably about one of the best things that you can be out here doing right now. Because they're in here. They're, like, they don't go anywhere when it gets hot. So I need a heavier weight for some of these less thick mats, or some of these more thick mats. This is historically mudfish territory or breaking off a whole bunch of fish territory, so. There's one in that grass, but I don't know if I should flip in there or should I try to cast this Wacky Rig up there. Definitely had more bites this evening on the Wacky Rig. Seems like back here it's been slow. I haven't even gotten a bite. I wonder if it's because the sun's not out. I feel like this might be more of like a during the day thing. When the bite, if the bite sucks in the morning, they're probably already up there. When the bite starts to taper off out here, so I feel like the Wacky Rig might be better to live and die with it, or even probably be a good time to try the Nico Rig. I'm gonna finish the back of this pocket, then I'll switch over. If I don't get bit back here, then I know they're probably not in the grass anymore. Also, I've heard 2 really big blow-ups like out off the bank, so maybe this is more of a spook something right there. This is probably more of like a when the sun's above and this provides shade, but now that this is all shaded back here, it probably doesn't really matter too much. Fish really don't care. There we go. I was looking down the bank. I'm like, I probably need to make a cast over there. There's another really big blow up. And then my line was going. That's another good one like that first one. Still no giant yet. Waiting on the giant. But I am not mad. This is 3 fish. It's been a minute since we got a bite, but catching them back in the grass. That helped. Awesome, dude. They're so energetic whenever you catch them like this because they really don't fight much. It's like bite, oh, you messed up. All right, that one came from more back in the grass. Missing a appendage, no bait. If the bait's not, if I can still hook the bait, I always feel like I'm wasting it if I take it off if a appendage is missing, but sometimes it seems like they won't eat it. You know, if just one flapper's missing or it's not as symmetrical as it should be, it seems like the bite normally slows down for me. That's not always the case, but I'd say a lot of the time that's what happens. All right, let's see if we can catch some more. It's starting to get dark on us, but I'm not giving up until the fish do. Seen 3 blow-ups in this pocket up here, so I'm excited for a hit. I don't know whether to throw the... I haven't gotten bit on the Wacky Rig, but something's just telling me to throw it. And my first few casts should be with the Wacky Rig, and then after that I'll switch. I don't know that. We got the green lights in here. And then in the back I have just regular white lights. I'll turn those on. So, yeah, I've never been super... I feel like the lights look kind of gimmicky, but also sometimes they look pretty cool. Like on videos, and then especially like early morning tournaments and getting out before the sun comes up, which is at the time of the year now where you kind of have to be up before the sun's up. It is nice for rigging and then just kind of being able to see, you know, see in your area. Man, I can't believe I have not gotten a good bite on this Wacky Rig yet. I've had one bite on it, but I don't know if it was a bass or not, which is crazy. Especially, I've been fishing it throughout this whole pocket. Like, I haven't just been casting it and bringing it right back. I've been casting and working it all the way back. Look, there's a bite. I guess that just goes to show when it gets hot that these bass live not like on the edge of the grass. They live in the grass. It's probably about the only shade that they have out here too. All right, let's keep flipping. If I was gonna get bit on this thing, it probably wouldn't take too long. And this will flip for the rest of the night. I just put this behind me, so I really don't feel like I'm gonna end up using it again. Alright, I know I said I was done with the Wacky Rig, but there's been one to blow up out there about 3 times in that same spot. I got bit right there. One of my pinchers is missing. Alright, I'm gonna switch it up and go with black. This water's a little bit dirty. I know, once again, this is a reaction thing, but I'm gonna just switch and see. What can it hurt? Man, so I've caught, what, 3? I think I filled 3, maybe 4, 3 or 4. I'm not sure. But oh, there was another bite. But I've probably had about, I mean, that might make 10 right there. I've had a good amount of bites, and normally, like, just fishing a worm around the pond, it's not like that. So, I mean, I know this might not be nothing new for y'all, but this is pretty big for me, being able to come out here and get 10 bites in the evening. And shoot, I've probably been out here for 2 hours. Yeah, 2 hours and 2 minutes doing something new. And the crazy thing is, I did better with the flipping than I did with the Wacky Rig. Oh, he missed it. What? Did y'all see that? He came up and blew up on it. I guess it never broke the surface. Doggone it. I gotta turn around and try that again. That was cool. Yeah, I just pitched it in there and I guess it didn't go down. And he came up and tried to get it. There we go. There's one on the Wacky Rig. I was moving up towards them, so I couldn't tell if one had it or not. All right, cool. Cool. That one I was trolling up towards him, and he got it. And I was reeling, trying to get the slack out of my line. I couldn't get it. Felt like I was reeling faster than I was going. And that is a wacky fish. And I believe that would be a good one to end on, because I know y'all probably can barely see it. Cool. That's a good day of fishing. How many did we catch? 4? We'll say 5. We'll say 5, because we had a whole bunch of bites and we were doing something new. I always try to go under, but today I'm going to go over. I think we had, I think we caught 4, but we're going to say 5. 4 flipping, 1 on the wacky. Finally, we're doing all new stuff today. All new stuff. And I've caught less than 10 fish. I've caught less than 3 fish on these 2 techniques from here, from today all the way back to the beginning of my time on Earth.
All right, guys, I think I got the camera working finally. So I've really enjoyed yesterday evening. That was like the best days, in my opinion, are whenever you can catch a whole bunch of fish on topwater. You go to a new spot and either kill them or you catch like a couple big ones, or just being able to go out for like a couple hours and just hammer them. So like that, or do something new, like just anything that's different than what you normally do in fishing. Those are the days that are really memorable versus just going out and doing the same thing over and over. So I really, really enjoyed that yesterday. And then we were able to finish off with a fish catch on the Wacky Rig, which I'm actually really starting to enjoy. So I might be a new Wacky Rigger, Wacky Rig aficionado. I don't know what to call myself, but I'm gonna become him with the Wacky Rig here pretty soon. Also, flipping, there's a whole bunch of different ponds that I can take that to. I think you saw how much better it was than the Wacky Rig today. So, I mean, the sky's the limit with that. I really feel like that could be the way that I get a double-digit PB, which is kind of like a personal goal. I really don't talk about it on the channel, but every time I go out, that's kind of one of those things I think about. My PB right now is 9.3, and I just want that double-digit because I feel like that's when you're a bass fisherman when you got that 10-pound PB. Well, you don't have to have it, but you know. We'll get there. We'll get there. But anyway, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Don't forget to fish them hard and have a good day. Sorry about the crappy upload schedule. I've been sucking at uploading, but I haven't been just not doing anything, I promise. We've been working. So with that being said, don't forget to fish them hard. Have a good day. Peace. See y'all.
Chasing a bag, I'm racing the clock. Look at them flock, watching them flop. Used to see this in my sleep when I ain't had shit but my thoughts in the car. I really was lost. Now I'm public with the soundscapes.